Hosts, welcome back to our next episode on our weekly group sessions. And in today's episode, we're going to be focusing on the joint kick. We are imagining that we are applying the technique onto the opponent's supporting leg, specifically to the inside of his thigh. And this is in response to his right high kick to the head. So as you imagine the right high kick coming to you, guard your head in case the kick hits you, and go ahead to apply the joint kick to the supporting leg. A possible combination after the joint kick is that you can step in to grapple with him and eventually throwing the knee kick to throw him off, pull him around to further break his balance and apply a knee kick for good measure before finally finishing off with an elbow strike to the back of the head. In practicing with a partner, it is a good idea to start slow and focus on accurate execution of the technique. For the joint kick, it is typically aimed to the knee joint, although this is not necessary because you would risk injury to your partner. So a good alternative for this is to instead aim the kick to the thigh just above the knee. The part of the foot that you want to use is the edge of the foot, which is closer to the heel, because this is where your body is anatomically strong to support the impact. Make sure that your body alignment is correct because this is a variation of the side kick and you want to have the foot to be in a horizontal fashion. And when practicing the kick onto your partner, for the first round, your partner is not really moving anywhere. So practice good execution of the kick. You want to do the kick as a kick, which is to execute it actively to the target and not do it as a passive and defensive action. Once you're comfortable with executing the technique, you can progress to the next stage, which is to have your partner step back and initiate the movement by having your partner step forward. So for this stage, you're learning to apply the technique with good timing. As soon as your partner steps forward, you want to intercept his or her movement with your joint kick. And because this is a counter technique, this is the reason why we use the front foot to respond against the partner's movement, because it's a lot quicker to intercept her with the leg that is closest to you. The technique is meant to stop the opponent, nothing more, nothing less. A good idea to have is that if the opponent is coming forward with 10 newtons, you want to cancel off that force with 10 newtons of kick. If you give extra power to the kick, it is very likely that you will overcommit your action, and if you happen to miss, you might fall into your partner's attacking zone and your partner will counter-attack you instead. Once you're able to develop your sense of timing in using the joint kick, you can progress to actual combative application, starting with going back to applying it against a high kick. Again, you want to aim the joint kick to the supporting leg, specifically either the knee or the thigh. The desired effect that you want is to throw your partner off balance, and this is where active action of the kick is important as opposed to being passive. Finally, another easy and effective application of the joint kick is against an incoming punch. So based on the simple logic that your leg is longer than the opponent's arm, as soon as your partner steps into your striking zone, throw off your joint kick to intercept his movement, and you can respond with your own counter-attack. This way you can intercept your partner before your partner is able to launch his or her punch, and in the transition of him recovering from his last attack, you can come in with your own counter-attack. Just a side note, when using the joint kick against a high kick or any form of round kick, we typically apply it against an opponent using a right high kick, because if you use it against a left high kick instead, the supporting foot will be a little bit too far for you to reach, and this will require you to do a quick step in, which depending on your ability might be a little bit inefficient.